Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, Zielonka Hard Start Challenge. I just got done sleeping basically an entire year, waiting for the poplar to actually be harvestable, and it is. Ooh, except for these couple of little bits, which I don't care. Um, yeah. So I have looked into it. The bio baler works by itself. Um, and the only thing I did, I filled up the greenhouse once, and I went and got a couple of, went and did a couple of deadwood contracts to keep the sawmill rolling. I'm gonna have to do another one here soon, but I won't bore you with that. And I repaired the tractor, which is good. And what's cool here is, yeah. So we'll drop the weight and that, and we'll get harvesting. I'm gonna hit this this thing up. I guess I don't need these forks. I'm gonna need the other forks. Which are now trapped. What I was saying was, what's cool is keeping the sawmill together, and all of those things allowed me to save up a bit of money. So I might actually be able to buy another one of these plots of land, and possibly even, if we're super lucky, get this thing going, like have another field. Maybe buy that field. Maybe we can even harvest it. The possibilities are endless. All right, so as I understand it, I can swing this baler out, but I turn the baler on, turn automatic drop on. Probably gonna knock a couple of these down, but I won't knock down the, or I will. Okay. right, 41 bales. That is pretty good. And it's time to reset the bale counter, which is Alt X. Yep. I think we'll drop this guy right here next to the planter. And now it's time to pick up all these bales. Now, I do not enjoy bale picking, and I also think I'd rather do this into a trailer. Well, these guys pick up 125 centimeter bales. This guy goes here 125 to 180, but that's 50 grand, unfortunately, and that's a square bale picker. So I guess I am picking up these bales the hard way. All right. But anyway, as I was saying, I don't enjoy the baling of that. So there's another answer. It's just about trying to figure out where it is, because yeah, there's a front mount tool that allows you to harvest. It might be in forage harvesting. Headers. No. Anyway, there's a front mount tool of some sort, along with a blower. There it is. 85 grand for the blower. And then that takes the header. I think it's this header. Yeah, that takes that header. So let's find out if we can afford that for next time, once we've sold all these guys. As I understand it, pick you up and switch you up that way. Alright, what we're going to do is sell these bales a little more cheaply than I'd want to, because we can sell them to the biomass heating plant, and maybe they'll be worth even more in a couple of months. But if we do that, then we can afford the bale auto stacker, and I won't have to embarrass myself by spending 3 hours of real time loading up that field of bales. I won't use one of those Phantom Magic auto stacking mods, but the mechanical stacker is perfectly fine. It's a real thing. We just got to get over there and sell these. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16,000. just on the trailer right now. That'll get us up to that other 50. And then if I were to sell them all right now to the biogas plant, at 1,000 per 1,000 liters, that would be 80,000, which ain't nothing to sneeze at, but I think I can get more. Obviously, if the biogas plant is buying them at 1,000 now, and 979 is the last recorded top price, then maybe we'll even get 1,100 or something. I know on normal economy, or easy economy anyway, it's like 1,600 is like the usual top price for wood chips. But this is a hard economy, which I am somewhat regretting, let me tell you. Hello? That? Oh. Okie dokie dealio. I'm an idiot. I was looking at wood. Ha! Wood chips, 545 max price. Oh man. Oh man. I Yeah, 579 is the good price and is in January, now that I'm remembering. Wood chips are January. Well, not nearly as good. Oh yeah, and while I remember, they nerfed the payout on wood transport, so now we have 23 logs for only 5 grand. That would have been about 15 previously. I think they went the wrong direction, because that's not worth the effort to pick them up unless you own a crane. Alright, well, I'm gonna go load the rest of these up and then I guess move forward to January. What I could do is upgrade to the next sawmill. Then move time forward to January. Sell those guys at 1,000 per bale for approximately 40,000. And yeah, I was hoping Poplar was a little more worth it, but it doesn't seem to be as worth it as I thought. So yeah, well, I'll go get these picked up, and I'm not going to show it to you so I don't embarrass myself, because it's going to take me ages. And yeah, there's a new map out, by the way. There's mods are starting to come in hard and fast, which is good because we needed them. There's a new map out, and I'm thinking about doing a much more relaxed and faster paced series on there. I'm not going to give up on this series, but I would like to run more than one set of play, and it'd be kind of cool to do kind of a farm manager, $1 million, build your own farm kind of situation. So I'm thinking about that. And in the meantime, I am going to spend all the time in the world picking up bales. So I'll see you when I'm loaded. Maybe I'll be better at it by then. Well, it took me basically all day, but I got these guys finally loaded up. A little wonky. Lots of dropping and mishaps of various types. But it's finally done. And now I am going to check on the wood, the sawmill. 3,000. So we've got a month left on that. I'm wondering if I can get 1,000 per bale, and I've got, well, so that's like 30,000 something. As far as the wood goes, it looks like I either have to buy something, like a log trailer maybe, another one of these trailers, or if I bought a log trailer, actually, can I afford those log trailers now with the crane on them? Because then I could go back to actually thinking about the potential for doing transport. The crane's 21, that's 39. That's not too bad. I don't know about that crane though. Boy, that guy's way out of my league. This guy doesn't come with a crane at all. And also requires a truck. This guy's even shorter, I think. The crane is better though. Yeah. It'd be nice if, yeah, you know, I think I think the move is to buy this and feed up, because going through to January, we made like 40 grand in the year, which doesn't sound like much, but all I did was feed a sawmill and put water in a greenhouse. We get to January, we can sell all that, and then we can get another greenhouse or two. Of course, we lose our parking area, but that's fine. Along the way, we'll get the greenhouses so that we're start to make money right away. And then at some point, we'll pick up another piece of land and either put trees or poplar down and just move up from there. And we'll get that auto stacker also as soon as possible. All right, so we're going to spend our money on this, like this, right now. Yes. Yes, please. Okay. I didn't check to see whether my truck can run it, but my tractor can run it, but that's fine. Drop you off there. I'll leave you over there. Let's get this cultivator out of the way. I'm just gonna hold on to it. Thought about selling it, but it's actually not worth that much. Alright. Do we need the forks at all? No, not really. I have no idea what I did with those pallet forks. Oh. They're right there. I'm gonna put the pallet forks over by those other little things. And I'm hoping that I won't ever again have to load bales with pallet forks. We're gonna leave the entire set, and we're gonna head over to the store and pick up our new crane log crane trailer. Alright, so first thing we need to do with this is go do a deadwood contract. Because our sawmill is real low, if not empty. Real low. And our water is low too, so we'll need to deal with that at some point soon as well. Alright, deadwood contract. Okay, well that's a fine place to go. Be nice to have a wheel loader and use the wood cracker. So I still don't think there's a wood cracker that works on the tractor. Comment below if there is. Because that would be even better than this. I could get a different log trailer and deal with that then. Alright, I'll have to get a bunch of deadwood. I guess we're almost there. Question is, how much does this hold and how well is it going to hold it? Yeah, that'll be interesting. 0 unfold. I think that just unfolds the what's that? Oh, hello there. That's awesome. Oh, and it goes back and forth. That's awesome too. I don't know how often I'll use it, but it doesn't make it any less awesome. Get another deadwood contract, hopefully finishing this one. There's a freaking tornado on the way. I thought that was interesting. So maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't. But it's over there. I didn't know they got tornadoes in Poland, but maybe they do. But it's basically literally on the way. There it is. go see it. I've never seen one yet. I don't know where it's been yet. Actually, I hope it doesn't go through the area I'm supposed to be harvesting. Maybe I don't want to get right up on it, probably. I don't know which way it's going either. It's just hanging out right there right now. Has it wrecked up any of these fields? There's a bunch of messed up grass here, but I don't think there are any fields in this area. It didn't hurt that tree. It's just sitting here right now. It's definitely messed up a grassy area. Like I said, I don't see any, oh, look at those trees. Those trees got messed up. Wonder if there'll be a contract for, that. Cleaning up these trees. Sure messing up the tree. Hopefully it's not actually headed for where we're headed for. Well, that's pretty neat anyway, I have to say. What happens if you go into the tornado? Anybody know? Well, back to the deadwood contract before we start moving time. Alright, it's January. We can finally sell this stuff. And there was a great demand at the biogas plant. I think, yeah, 558. I guess that's where we're gonna go sell it. That was the biogas, yep. Okay, well, we're gonna tag that place and go sell this. Go sell all these wood chip bales, which is gonna be awesome. I've gotten better with that crane. Feeling pretty good about that purchase. That has made deadwood dead easy. And I haven't done a wood transport contract. Like to get away from contracts and work my own farm. Hopefully this sale will help with that. So, a bit over, somewhere near 12,000 per bale, probably closer to 1150 or something, but so 32,000, 33,000, I don't know, somewhere around there. Probably don't want to tip this thing over though. But bright and early, cold January morning. Yep. I hope I can get under this bridge. That's going to be an issue. Wow. Not the safest. Not the safest. But if we can get some more land, we've got all the junk we need to at least do some more poplar. And then if we can roll around to poplar time again, we can then get even more wood chip bales. Hopefully I don't ever have to load them up again. I think the next purchase is most definitely that bale stacker. It'd be nice if it came up in the sale when I had the money. Maybe get it for 25,000 or something. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Alright, here we go. What shall we make? 36,000. Alright, that is awesome. In fact, question is, do we buy the bale grab and wait till next January to pick up more land? The bale picker? Bale auto stacker? Or do we buy the land and hope we have enough before we need the auto stacker? Well, let's see. When can we plant our poplar? Not until March. So 2 months out to plant it, but we won't be able to buy the stacker and the land. So let me think about this. We buy the stacker now, and then in July we harvest, and then what are we doing on gas? Might as well stop and fill up. And we'll untag that as well while we're here. Right, biogas untag. Alright. So again. We purchase land now. And we have 2 months before we can plant it, and a year before we can harvest it. In that year, we will already be harvesting the initial bit. We could probably work up 50 grand. Thinking about it. So maybe it's time we buy the land. That'll give us room for another greenhouse or two as well. I mean, I could just pick up a nice medium greenhouse. and forego the land for now, but I think land is actually going to be a better deal. It'll give us room to park and stuff as well. And with the crane, the wood transports, even though they're less valuable, 2 of those is a greenhouse. Of course, just waiting 2 or 3, 4 months-ish would also be good. What if we just put Poplar in one of these little fields right next to us here? And we're already expanding into that. So at 52, that's a half a hectare. And that'll get us a greenhouse and the farmland and a pallet of poplar. So that's 0.52. This is actually more. Yeah, you know what? We're going to buy this right now. All right. I'll just buy this whole set here eventually. All right, so that allows us to buy another, actually, we'll buy another 2 things of poplar. And we'll put a greenhouse down, I think, just over here somewhere in the center margin. Just a regular, this guy right here, land is owned by me. I'm going to put one in this corner here. Where's our, I figure out which side. That's that side. So we just get as close to this stuff as we can. All right. Yeah. Oh, it did that again, of course. Of course. Forgot. It likes to put them deep in the ground, and I don't think there's any way to lift them up. Could be wrong, but I think we can also afford to do our smoothing. Get that nice and smoothed out as much as possible. Some weird... I do have the Terraform Paint Anywhere mod, so I can clean this up without worrying about... Man, look at that money going down. Alright. Yep. Now let's get... I've heard lettuce is the most... I hear tell lettuce is the best paying. And we'll just keep selling it rather than having to deal with transporting it. Because I know that can be a serious pain, and I'd rather not deal with it. Well, I'm going to leave it here and say have a good evening, everyone. Thanks for watching. And when we come back, we'll have that greenhouse activated and rolling, and we'll be ready to plant. Be ready to plant the new field. And everything will be hunky-dory and fine and dandy and all of that. Thanks again, and good night.